Hey, YouTube, what's going on? I know I've been MIA for a minute. It's because I've been doing a lot of other things concerning ministry. So, our youth department just kicked off our Youth for Truth series on YouTube. So, we do have a channel here on YouTube. Second Cavalcade BC is the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share with family members, friends, relatives, cousins, whoever you can think of, share it with them. That is our YouTube for our Youth for Truth, the youth department at the Second Cavalcade Baptist Church here in Houston, Texas. So even with me being MIA, let me apologize for missing in action. That is what I've been doing as of late, is making sure that, the youth are taken care of, that the youth are being heard, they're being listened to, and that they're being taught some things about God in this season, even with us not being able to be in church service like that, but at least they have some way of looking at it through their eye gates. And that they can do those things here on YouTube outside of all the other stuff that they view on YouTube. And y'all already know how that goes down. But anyway, so also with that, when you're put in a new position in leadership, sometimes that requires more of your time and your energy versus what you would rather be doing. So I'm actually grateful that my pastor chose me to actually step up and take the lead on the youth department, because I do have a desire and a love for children like none other. I am that auntie that has all the kids at her house on the weekend while, their parents are doing whatever. That's me. I'm the auntie that has all the snacks in the pantry. That would be me again. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I've been MIA, y'all. So I apologize. And if you do view those videos, you will see myself as well as my identical twin sister, Faith Daniels Pearson. She is also teaching on there. Also, one of our directors, Sister Katrina Stedman, is also teaching on there. So please go view it. Share it with your kids, with your family members, your friends, whoever you can think of, share it. And this month's topic is we're talking about faith this month. So just so you guys know. So what I've also been doing lately is I had to take a knee, because sometimes we don't know how to take knees as strong people. We tend to take on a lot of things, and we tend to just keep going and pushing forward our day. In the military, sometimes you're programmed to, suck it up and drive on is the term that we use. Suck it up and keep it moving, or suck it up and drive on. You may be in pain, but you suck that pain up and you keep going forward till you get to that mission, till that mission is complete. So I actually took a knee, y'all. I went on a little mini vacay. Got to go see a friend I haven't seen in about 4 years, face to face. So we actually really enjoyed our little time together. Got to see go back and revisit some sites that I used to go see way back when. So it was actually quite fun, quite intriguing, and much needed relaxation. Also, eye-opening. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we don't deal with those things, those heart issues. And that's going to be my topic today. The Book of Hope is talking about heart issues, okay? All of us have heart issues. All of us have some things that we're not healed from. And what I mean by that is healing in our hearts. Some people have dealt with some things that, they choose not to talk about. They choose not to discuss, because it brings up so much anger and so much hatred and so much hurt that they don't know how to deal with it, that it takes them out of themselves. So I want to talk about heart issues today. I know that, concerning matters of the heart is a touchy subject, because we don't like to deal with those things and we don't like to speak on those things. But I thank God for the time away, because I was able to discuss some of my heart issues, and it made me think about, I need to do some things different. I need to do some things better. So, of course, if you don't know, my mom passed away in January of this year, as well as my grandmother, who passed away in May of this year. So it's kind of like one of those things where we just dealt with death back to back. My little cousin passed away in December of last year. So it was just like an ongoing thing, like a roller coaster thing for us. And at some point, I kind of got numb. I just became numb to what was going on around me, what was, what my emotions were. I just became numb. Like, what's the need in crying? What's the need in, feeling some type of way? Just, suck it up and drive on, right? So that was my thought process, to suck it up and drive on. But when I had my little time away, I was able to actually release some of that numbness and not be not feel like I have to be, you know, so strong for the sake of not just for me, but for the sake of my son. I didn't have to feel like that. I could just actually just be me, just be Hope, just let it go. And it felt good to let it go. It felt good to just release it. And it was one of those things where it was much needed. And so, you know, us women, us single mamas, you know, we deal with a lot of different things. We deal with a lot of different avenues, and especially when you're a single mother who does not have support from the father, you deal with even more. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about child support. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm not concerned that money is not the issue. The issue is having that present male figure in the life of the child. In a sense, I am so sorry, y'all. My cell phone going off. Sorry about that. But in the sense of where you have that, you know, that support factor as to where, you know, they'll come and pick the child up, spend time with the child, you know, give you a break for a few minutes so that you can kind of breathe and have that time to relax and kind of regroup and get yourself back together. Well, the only support system that I actually have in place being here in Houston is my siblings. And I thank God for my siblings because they have been my backbone with my son. So for us single parents, and I'm saying single parents, men and women alike, every one of us, we all need that time to where we can just kind of deal with our own heart issues, where we can deal with ourselves, where we can take time out just to be like, you know, let me just de-stress for a moment. Let me just sit down and just, even if it's just reading a book or taking a walk by yourself and just being in a peace and a quiet and thinking about some things. And if that means you gotta cry, then you cry. If that means you gotta scream, you scream. You do what you have to do to deal with those heart issues. But then comes the piece of where does that time come in to heal? Because your child is going to come back home. And not even only for single parents, but for married couples, your children are going to come back home. So when your children come back home, how do you heal in that process? What do you do to heal? Some things that I've learned to do down through the years is one, pray. That's number one, pray. Number two, read my Bible. Because the Bible can tell you, it can give you all kinds of tips on how to heal your heart, how to mend a broken heart, how to heal from hurt. Y'all, when you experience some church hurt from people who's supposed to be saved, sanctified, and Holy Ghost filled, that is the worst kind of hurt that anybody can experience. So even with that, how do you heal from that? You got to figure out how to heal from that. You have to get in the presence of God. You have to get on your face. You got to pray. You got to fast. You got to read your Bible. You have to find, even if you can't do that by yourself and you have to get involved in a group setting. It may be a women's group, a men's group, a youth group, a teen group, whatever you have to get in. You may have to go into a group counseling session so that you can heal from some of those hurts and from some of those things. People always want to put a stigmatism on folks who tend to use counseling services, i.e. just to go, you know, if they're dealing with depression or if they're dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, if they're dealing with love issues, you know, if they're dealing with marital issues, no one wants to go see a counselor because they feel like they don't want an outsider telling them how to fix their life. But sometimes it's okay. It helps. It helps you to get yourself back together, to get your marriage on track, to get your relationship on track with your children, to get yourself back in order so that you can be the best you that you can be. So don't knock the counseling system, guys. I'm telling you, don't knock it. I've used them before and I'm like, I'll use them again if I need to. So don't knock the counseling system. It's there to help you. It's there to support you. And it's not about somebody outside being in your business, but it's about somebody from the outside that doesn't know the whole situation. They don't know what's going on and they're listening to you and they're able to take things from you and help you fix you in that manner from the inside out, if that makes sense. Give you suggestions on things that you can do to fix you from the inside out. So heart issues, y'all. And then two, whatever's in your heart is going to flow out of you. So if you're depressed, that's what's going to come off of you, is that depression state. If you're in a place where you're angry all the time, that's what you're going to project to others, is your anger. If you're just disgruntled about whatever it is, that's what's going to come off of you. If you have a nasty attitude about things, that's what's going to come off of you, and it's going to be given off of you towards other people. So I get it. I understand. I'm not perfect by any means, y'all. Not at all. But at some point, I have to learn how to detox me. I have to learn how to restore me. I have to learn how to renew me, how to get me back on track so that I can be the best me that I can be, not just for me, but for my son, for my siblings, for my nephews, for my niece. I have to be able to detox me. So, y'all, I'm telling you, we have to learn how to live our best life in this life. We have to learn how to love the best way we know how to love, and we have to learn how to laugh. I know we hear that, we see that little slogan everywhere, and I thank God for my friend way back when she bought me a decal sticker for my car when I first got my truck, and it said live, laugh, and love. And y'all, if we don't do these things, we're gonna be around here just like whatever, sad, destitute, worried about this, worried about that. Don't get me wrong, I worry about things too, but I don't let the worry overtake me. I try to find something else to like plug into place of that so I don't have to stress about that thing, especially for something that I can't fix myself. So we got to learn how to regroup. We got to learn how to take a knee and be like, let me take this knee for a second. Because Jesus took a knee. Jesus took a knee when he went up to the mountain and he took the disciples up to the mountain with him to pray. He took a knee because he knew he needed to regroup. He knew that he needed to pray. He knew that he needed to get into the presence of God so that when it was time for him to go out amongst the people again, he was ready. He was fully equipped so that whatever was in his heart, those issues that he was dealing with, whether it was other people's issues or his own issues, he was able to give those things to God and regroup. And then when he came back to the people, he was able to give them what was in his heart, which was love, which was laughter, which was teaching them to live and to live the life that they wanted to live, the best life that they could live. So at some point we have to take a knee too. And that can be found in Luke 6:12 if y'all want to know that. But, we have a tendency of not doing those things for ourselves, which we need to start doing those things for ourselves. So I was starting to get a little discouraged about this whole YouTube and Facebook thing because I'm with my business and all, it's not one of those companies where, you have to sit and talk to people for hours on end, because I don't do that. I don't believe in that, y'all. I really don't. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to talk to you for 2 hours because you know what you want when you go into H-E-B, Walmart, or wherever. You know what you're going to pick up and you know what you want. So if you know what you want when you go in there, then that means when I come to you with whatever opportunity I'm presenting to you, if I tell it to you and you like it, you're going to say, yes, I like that. Let's move forward. If you don't like it, just tell me. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be upset. Just keep it moving to the next one. So y'all, don't get discouraged in your business venture. Please don't. Please don't get discouraged. I was talking to my mentor and she told me just something so simple as, keep talking. The right people are listening. Just keep talking. And I'm like, that's so simple. That's so simple. It's so simple to do. It's so simple to keep talking. But it seems like, you're talking and you're like, nobody's listening. Nobody hears you. But the thing is people do hear me. People do hear you as well. So keep talking. The right people are listening. You just got to keep talking. You got to be excited about what you're doing. You got to be enthusiastic about what you're doing. You have to be confident about what you're doing. I don't care if you selling lipstick out the trunk of your car. Be confident about selling that lipstick out the trunk of your car. If it is a wellness company like what I'm dealing with, I have to be bold. I have to be confident. I have to be enthusiastic, excited about what I'm doing. And y'all, I really am. I am super excited. I hear testimonies on a regular basis every Wednesday morning. I log in just for the testimonies, which is crazy. I should be logging in for other stuff, but I log in to hear the testimonies. And I log in to hear the testimonies because when someone asked me the question, just matter of fact, yesterday, how does it affect diabetes? How does this cellular cleanse help with diabetes? Have you heard about somebody being helped with diabetes? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've heard the testimony of someone with diabetes who went from a 6.9 to a 5.9 just from taking the daily detox on a consistent basis. I've heard of firsthand of it lowering blood pressure because my twin is the one who's taking it on a consistent basis and is lowering her blood pressure. I've heard of it with some people who deal with lupus issues and them being able to be outside in the sun and not come home with a rash. So I'm excited, and I like to hear other people's testimonies because those things push me. Those things keep me going. So guys, listen, somebody's listening. Just keep talking. They're listening. And the last thing I want to say before I shut this thing down for today is this. No matter what someone says, what someone does, how somebody acts towards you or speaks to you, whatever manner they speak to you in, remember that you are somebody. You are somebody. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to be treated fairly. You deserve better than what they're giving off to you, okay? Remember that. You are somebody. I used to tell my nephew and my son, we used to recite this thing, and my son been reciting it since he was like 3, I think, when he started school. And I would always tell them this: I am somebody. I am smart. I will be successful. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And you too can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. So y'all have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. I know this hurricane is getting ready to come around Houston and Louisiana. So y'all please be safe out there. Do whatever the weather advisory is telling you to do. Do it. Also, like, subscribe, and share with others, because we want to empower and encourage somebody else to keep doing what they're doing and to deal with their heart issues. Everybody has issues of the heart, but it's a matter of you healing those issues. So y'all get y'all heal on, heal your heart issues, heal your body issues, heal your faith, and get back in the game. Because guess what? It ain't no stopping you now. All right, y'all be blessed.